What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. Let's get into it, okay? It is the 27th of April. Here we are at about 1.92 cents. We didn't move far, did we? We actually went a little bit lower. 1.875 cents being the low there. Finding direct support at a prior resistance, prior support, prior resistance, prior support back here. Not a bad look overall, but it's not what we're going for, right? Low to high, bouncing right off the golden ratio zone. Nice, nice. We did go lower, and unfortunately for us, this did not provide any more clarity. I was looking for more clarity. You would think that moving lower would provide clarity that we are going to go lower, but here's the deal, guys. On the 1 hour time frame, we actually have double bullish divergence, right? Where we've got a low here, higher low, right? Double bottom with a lower low, and then another higher low here. If it's not double bullish divergence, it's at least regular standard bullish divergence, but at the low here. And we're showing constructiveness on the RSI like this. So this does make me think that over the hours to come, we will grow. Flat top, ascending low structure makes me think we're going to grow. But the question here is, and the reason why I was saying we don't have clarity is the question is, do we move higher and get to the target areas we're looking for by the end of the day? Again, the target area we're looking for is basically right here. Literally right there. Wow, I did. I'm so good. 1 hour time frame. Can we get up there by the end of the day, which is 9 hours, 6 minutes from now? I think we can. Do we is the question, and this is what I mean by we don't have clarity. So 1 hour RSI, I have no doubts that we're going up there. But if we can't get up there by the end of the day, maybe what happens is we get up there next day, we wick, and then we come down. You know what I mean? We do something like this. That could very well happen. Or maybe instead of going up there at all, we go up around there, and then we come back down, and then inevitably we'll come back up and get up there, and then break through. Who knows how it goes? But if we're looking at this on a 1 hour perspective, I certainly do expect that we're going higher, because what we have here is decaying volume as we're moving down. That's very nice to see, especially with the notion that we're not going to move down too much more. Even this volume spike here was lower than this volume spike here. Still a little bit of a spike as we're breaking lower. But what's nice about it is not only is it lesser volume, but the very following candle where you're supposed to get followed through, you got more volume to the upside. You got a very powerful wick. This is a nice bullish looking hammer right there. And this 1 hour, to be fair, this doesn't look nice. Is that a gravestone doji? What do they call that? It's about to be a shooting star doji. But 5 minutes 14 seconds left in this 1 hour time frame. What this is showing is that there's some clear indecision here. So I'm not the only person who's like, you're not giving us any clarity by the end of the day, right? You can clearly see it in the charts as well. Let's look at the 4 hour time frame, see if we can devise something from here. So from the 4 hour time frame, derive something is probably the better word. Right at the oversold area, right there, you got an hour left. I doubt you stay here for an hour. You might go a little bit lower and then come back up. I don't know if you could close around here. Bouncing off the oversold area has been a positive thing, really, the past few times that you've been here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. You can go a little bit into it. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th time. I would expect that we're in a positive trend. I would expect that we bounce around here. So if we go lower, I'm not expecting too much lower, but if we close here today, if we close here or lower today, the expectation would be that we go down to about 1.4 cents. Why do I think that? Because from a relative low to a relative high, we take this away. We've gone above our 236 after finding support on the 382. Generally speaking, if you take that out, you're looking to go to the next fib level, which is the 0.5. Oftentimes, I would even say the golden ratio, but I have a hard time seeing OnyxCoin drop back to 1.2 to 1.1 cents. Just because I have a hard time seeing that doesn't mean it can't happen. It can happen. You should prepare yourselves for that, but I don't think it's going to. I would actually, even at this point, be surprised if we got to 1.4 cents, but if we close here or lower, we're going to have to start calling a spade a spade. This would be the target area. And can I be wrong? Can we close below here, make a little bit of a lower place, still get a higher low and recover from there? We can. Any kind of weird stuff can happen, guys. I'm just going off of generalities and commonalities here, right? It doesn't mean it's a guarantee, but to avoid all that, we want to get at least above 2.018 cents, but ideally getting above 2.035 cents would be even better. I do like where we are as far as the 4 hour goes. I do like where we are as far as the 1 hour goes. The 1 hour makes me think that we are going to continue growing, but we don't have to. 15-minute time frame. Let's see, what about this one? 15-minute RSI. 15-minute makes me think we want to go down. So let's just see how this resolves itself, right? That's interesting. Yeah, we'll see how this resolves itself. Let me get this low to high here. Hold on. Low to high. Right at the golden ratio, man. Right there. You could go lower. Sometimes whenever you tear right through the golden ratio on your first attempt, if you hit the 786, that actually does charge you for a very powerful bounce, and that would take you above the 236 of this, or at least to the 236. That'd be interesting to see. The 15-minute makes me think we're going to go lower, but do we go below this low? That's still hard to say. So, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. We're waiting. We're waiting to see how this day ends. It's not really too clear at this point, but ideally the goal would be to close above 2.035 cents. We're at 1.915 cents now. If we don't close above our goal, all is not lost. Nothing is forsaken. We're fine. We're just going to find a lower low and lower low relative to this, not to this, okay? And I'll be buying more. Absolutely. I can promise you, low to high, if we go down to 1.43 cents, I'm going to be buying more. And even if at that point, even if I buy here and it goes down to the golden ratio, I'll probably not buy more because I'm just going to throw it all in right there. But I'll accept that. I'll eat that loss momentarily. We'll still find support and then continue. I wouldn't be surprised if we found support at the 0.5. XCN loves its 0.5. Crypto loves its 0.5. When we take this relative low here to the relative high, you literally tipped the 0.5 here. If I delete this fib, tipped it for support right there. So whenever I say that, I would definitely go all in at the 0.5 if we get there. It's not confirmed yet. If we get there, I mean that. I really do mean that. And we really could be. Let's look at this as well from kind of a trending perspective here. Let me look at this on a 4-hour perspective right here. Let's see. Looking at the trend, something like this, line of best fit, maybe lower highs here, maybe something that's a little bit better like this. We're kind of in a parallel trend, right? This is a bull flag, and if it is a bull flag, then likely we would come down to the bottom if we're going to go lower, and that 0.5 area, we could see that over the coming days, over the coming weeks. Maybe we wick a little bit lower than that, right? Like we did here. Maybe I don't have this drawn the best. I don't know how it would look, but it wouldn't be crazy to go to the 0.5. We could still be in some kind of bullish configuration, and then again, that measure move, instead of being here from this low to this high, instead of it being measured from this low and taking us up to about 5.5 cents, if it was at 1.43 cents, 1.45, whatever it is, that would take us to about 4.8 cents, which is right at this high here. So whether we find resistance right here or just above this high, the target area still remains the same. And the reality is, man, measure moves, you can exceed it. If the measure move is up here, you can fall short of it. So who knows? We really could still find resistance. Even if we don't go lower than this low, we still could find resistance right there at 4.8 cents. But ultimately, you guys know where we're going to go. We don't talk about it enough these days. We're so focused on the short-term stuff. We're ultimately going to 26 cents. High to low here. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, well, whatever. We're going to 26 cents. Maybe I could take this high to low. Let's do this one. High to low here. 20 to 26 cents there. High to low here on this fib, we get 26 to 32 cents there, and I really do like that. This fib actually does not give us a level around that area, but I do think we'll see slightly newer all-time highs by the end of this endeavor here. If not at least 15 cents, if not at least something around here, because we do have multiple fibs between 15 and 20 cents. We could find resistance in there. But ultimately, by the end of the cycle, I expect OnyxCoin, XCN will see prices at 82 cents, $1.81. With the 1 for 1 for, it's very common to go a little bit above there. So we really could see prices that are above $2. Yeah, I don't think we get to 260. 240 is like the limits that's pushing it. Getting above $2, we're really at the limits of what we could see for OnyxCoin this cycle, but it is a possibility. I'm certainly expecting OnyxCoin gets above $1. Here we are, not even at 2 cents now, so we got a lot of growth to go. I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. By the end of June, we will be at 20 cents or higher. That's the expectation. Okay, take care, and hopefully we get a little bit of a move up before the end of the day. If not, we'll have a new heading, and we could talk about that, and that's fine. If we have to go down to 1.4 cents, that's the new expectation. And I would love nothing more than for me to for the price to close here, me to accept defeat and call that we're going to 1.4 cents, and then immediately that's whenever we pump. I would love to be wrong, but we'll see. Hopefully we don't even have to get to that point. We just pump up from here, but we'll see how it goes. I got nothing else for you. Take care. Bye.